All right, good afternoon to all our social media viewers and also to Real Cape TV, and a warm welcome, Lindani.
Thank you, Neil. Good to see you.
Lindani, tell us, we want to talk about Cape2Rio. Tell us a little bit about Team Gryphon.
Yeah.
First of all, you are the campaign manager.
I'm the campaign manager, that's correct.
So just tell us how Team Gryphon came about.
How it all came about, yeah. I think I became the campaign manager by default because I am the academy manager. So it was obviously a natural progression. How this came about, I think the whole thing came about through a conversation that we've been having with the academy and the committee, and there being a serious kind of ambition from our end to do this Cape2Rio. I think we've missed 2 already when I was here in my tenure. Add to that, as I think you are well aware, and a lot of members at the club are also aware, we're dealing with kids that come from very challenging backgrounds. They've gone through their whole lives making it do with very little. And then they had to go through COVID as well. And I remember sitting at home while we were all locked down and it was COVID, and I said to myself, when we eventually come out of this thing, what's the first thing that I'd like to do? And I thought to myself, the first thing I'd like to do is what I'm not able to do right now, and that's to travel. And I said to myself, now these kids in Khayelitsha who don't have the opportunity to actually even travel, what is it that they'd like to do when they've eventually come out? And I thought, yeah, without a doubt, they'd probably love to travel too. But even more than that, I think, something like a Cape2Rio, maybe for a member of a yacht club, it's a nice thing to do. It's an adventure. Going from Cape Town to Rio, 3 weeks. Rio de Janeiro already on its own is an exotic destination. But to a kid from Khayelitsha or from Langa with very little means, it's a dream. And there's a difference between an adventure and a dream. And that's what I think we're putting forward. We're putting forward a dream. That's what Rio, I think, means to the academy. It's a dream for a kid in Khayelitsha, a kid in Langa, who can then go back, sorry to be long-winded. When I was in township schools, I did attend township schools, I think for the first 10 years of my life. And they used to have this thing that used to bother me quite a lot. We on holidays, we'd go away, and then when we come back at school, they say to us, or the teacher would say to us, tell us a story or write an essay about where you were with your family on the holidays. And I used to think to myself, how crazy is that? Don't you know I was in the township during my holidays? And what family? I've only got a mother. So I never understood why the teachers would do that, would take something and give it to us. Was it like torture or what it was? So, but the advent of it, and I think the byproduct of these kids in the townships doing that, writing essays about places that they'll never go and places that they've never been, is that it made the imagination quite lively, because we kind of made up stories. We made up stories of having families, we made up stories of going to Drakensberg and all of that. So for the first time for me, I have the opportunity, and this club has the opportunity, the academy has the opportunity to actually make those stories real. Now these kids from the township can actually come back from holiday, and when school starts in January, in March, or wherever, when they come back, they actually have a story to tell. They can actually stand in front of an assembly hall and say, believe it or not, I was in Rio, and we sailed there, and we were at the carnival, and this is what happened. So for me, it's that. It's a dream. It's a dream, Neil. That's what it is.
I think the right strokes, we use the word bucket. It's a bucket sort of type of event.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Really sounds good.
Yeah.
Lindani, just tell us a little bit about the crew. Are the crew going to be selected on sailing experience? Are you going to be trying different crew over weekends?
Exactly. So, we found ourselves actually, speaking about the crew, we do have, okay, I can just name one name. I'd like to name one name for now, or two rather, or maybe three. Maybe 3. So definitely I'll be on the
We've
boat.
only got 10 minutes, but
I know. So definitely I'll be on the boat because it's close to my heart, and I think it's a great way for me to turn 40, and it's a dream for me to do something like that. So it's such an opportunity, and then also to take the responsibility. I think I need to be there to be responsible because, as we know, there's risks involved as much as it's a dream. So I'll be on the boat, and then our senior instructor Sibu Sizatu will be the skipper of the vessel, and then also we will have a young lady in the academy who this has been her lifelong dream ever since she joined us to be part of the academy, and that is Azile Arosi. In that bag, there'll be a mixture of experience, of course. We're crossing our fingers that our 2-time Olympian Asanati Jim joins us as well. We hope we can bag that. So that we are comfortable and everybody is comfortable that we're not only going to compete and we might even win, who knows.
The trophy's behind you, by the way.
Exactly. So yeah. So that's pretty much at the moment the team. Bruce Taylor, who's the chairman of SAVEX, and also facilitated for us to have Gryphon, will be the team manager as well. So I think we've got a strong team behind us, and then of course we've got our academy committee supporting us and advising us. So from that point of view, I think for now, I think those are the names that I could share.
So it sounds good. Got a good boat. It's a very good boat.
It's
for
a great boat.
viewers, it's a Simonis 40.
That's correct.
It's just been refitted.
It has been
major refit.
Okay, it's doing hopefully COVID allowing. It's doing the Saint Helena race.
And good warm up.
Good warm up because Sibu will be as our skipper. He'll be on the boat for the Saint Helena race with also another one of the guys who will be taking part just to get a feel of the boat and get an understanding and a nice warm up, because we plan in 2022 already to have secured 80% of the funding at least, and then by the beginning of 22 we're planning to do quite a lot of offshore racing and sailing just to get ourselves prepared throughout the year and campaigning. And the last point that I'll add, one of the reasons why I can't really commit myself to all the members of the crew who will be there is because to our luck, our Cape2Rio campaign has taken on a national character. Department of Transport is very interested in what we're doing, and they're going to be publicizing it nationally. And one of the challenges that they've put to us is that can we not have a team that represents the whole country? So people from Joburg, people from East London, and we don't know how we're going to get that right, but we'll see.
We're going to watch your progress over the next year and a bit very closely.
Please.
The Saint Helena race is going to be good to watch. Please see how you guys do. It's a strong team, and we wish you all the success. If you put your hands behind you, you can hold the trophy.
I think
thanks very much.
Can I just add one last point that I forgot?
Can.
The other thing that I think is important to mention is that we will be partnering up with a foundation which is called Valid Dreams Foundation. They are based in Johannesburg, and they will be coming on board as our partners in fundraising and also PR and marketing. I will be obviously communicating the names and the profile of that foundation going forward, but people will, as we go with the campaign, people will see that it will be a Royal Cape Sailing Academy campaign partnered up with Valid Dreams Foundations, which is an organization really that they work in the sports space and they try and make dreams of youngsters from previously disadvantaged backgrounds come true.
And Lindani, I think it's absolutely for South Africa, for your team, for the Cape2Rio race, to have your entry. It's unbelievable. Well done, and thanks very much.
Thank you very much.